Hey Paul, how you doing?
Good, Val. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm pretty good. How's everyone out there? So tonight I wanted to discuss what it costs. Did I do that again? Oh, for God's sake. That is just sad.
What
That
did
was
you do?
me. I had my YouTube playing
Oh,
because I was doing some research on topics that I'm doing. Okay. So what I want to discuss is what it costs to be a content creator. And because a couple things I've heard recently, people have gotten upset on this one channel. It had about probably about 23,000 subscribers.
We would be
And
so
they
friends.
went
Best friends.
Advantage
you're back on again with
2.
that.
Kills fleas through contact all month long.
I
Are
mean,
you
he's a
serious? That
Yeah.
can't be me.
It's talking.
Please.
Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. I'm turning everything off right now. Is it still talking? That's not me now. Everything's off. Hey, Mr. Klopp. John Klopp. Hey, Mr. Doughboy. So, are we good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
God knows. Well, we'll just take that out in production. as soon as I get a tribe. I do have one person in my tribe. And Paul, you're in my tribe, right?
Yeah.
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 And we might be able to talk Lynn to be in my tribe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe send some
Maybe.
flowers.
Yeah, you never know. Hi,
So-
Doug Carlson.
Hey Doug, how you doing? So a lot of people say that you don't need much to have a YouTube channel, right? And so this channel that had like 23,000 subscribers went on and they said that they were going to do a Patreon page. And I have never seen more people upset on a stream than I was that day. They did not like the idea of that. They did not want it. They felt like it was going to cheat them out of something. And so I wanted to ask you, when you hear people are going to start a Patreon page, what do you think? What's the idea that comes to your mind, Paul?
Well, it's if you have not been on for a long time and you haven't proven your content, I think a Patreon page is okay. But to just start up and say, okay, I'm going to have a Patreon page, then it sounds like a money grab to me.
So they had it because they had been on for about 2 years. And 23,000 is not a small amount.
No.
They had a following. Hey, Ed. John Coopy's in the house. John Claude. Doug Paulson. My darling. Mr. Doughboy and John Klopp. Well, this is what they kept telling him. Hey, we can give you extra stuff if you're a patron. Right? We'll work a little harder. Okay, Patreon pages are really tacky unless someone has a good reason. Sorry to anyone who has them. Hey, back from the sky. Yeah, there's something about it. Now, I know some people have been really successful with Patreon.
Yep.
Right? But this was the complaint, and tell me if you agree with this. The reason why people were upset is because they felt that the creator went on to do a free thing, and it's always been free. And why should it cost money now?
Yeah.
And I was surprised they thought that because basically it doesn't mean it's free. They're not, I'll have to wait a minute, Kevin. It doesn't mean that it's free. All it means is that the people are going to get extra content. And so I decided to go and add up what it costs for me just to do a live stream at the quality I have right now, which is not high quality, guys. It just isn't. So this is what it costs me a month just to have what I have. $152 a month. And that's not including my time. So do you think they have more stuff?
I don't know. I don't know. It depends upon who it is and what they are doing, or it's such an open-ended question, Val. I do truly understand where people would be upset, in most cases. But I don't. I've never been a patron, or I've never had anyone give me anything. But
I could send you $1, Paul.
I know I'm not looking for $1, but it's to me it like John Coopy says, it bothers the average person, and they start to figure
Right.
like what's this really all about?
Right. So how did I figure out the 150? It's 152. So I have a vidIQ that helps me with tags and stuff when I'm actually doing content. And I like it. So it works really well for me. I spend $90 on my internet, which the only reason I have it at that price is so I can stream and at least get this clear, right? And then I spend over $13-14 a month for the epidemic sounds for the music. And then beyond that, I've spent close to $3,000. And I'll tell you how, because believe me, I don't have a lot of money and I'm not adding my time into it. But my computer, my mic, my Canon camera, my Hero, my other camera, my lights, all of that becomes something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when I came on it, I was thinking a professional type of something. I wasn't sure what. So that's why I wasn't, really worried about a lot of the stuff, but a professional kind of production, which looked kind of good. And then I do interviews and try to make that nice so that I could bring that to people. But it did cost me to start. But I'm wondering about the people who have, and like I said, my donating a few dollars here and there to support a channel. Patrons, I got a deduction, not doing it. Okay. I was sending $10 to one channel every month. And this was my problem with it. I had a hell of a time figuring out how to stop it. I couldn't stop it. I didn't want to keep doing that because I realized I also had a channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it fair to say that if you are not doing YouTube, you wouldn't get a higher speed internet? Yes, that's fair to say. Yeah, I had a very low because I didn't really use it. I see. But besides internet, a lot of live stream hardware is a fixed cost. The initial start for a good stream is quite a bit for sure. Yeah, it is. It is. There's nothing wrong giving someone the ability to contribute. However, expecting it is a different matter. Absolutely, yep. I agree. Phantom Flight, good evening. Hey, Herman. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the thing that I was thinking. So when we're doing this, and we're all doing it because everyone on here has a live stream or they have stuff they have to do to have a live stream or to do content. We're all in this together, my friends. We're all in this together. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I mean, I don't want Patreon. I don't want to do that. I don't want people to feel like, oh, I have to do this. Oh, hey, Interpolus Mind. But then again.
Hey, Val.
Yeah.
I'm just a special guest. I'm not a live streamer.
No, but what you are is, how much money have you spent on drones to do your content and you put it on YouTube?
Yeah.
We are all in this together.
Yeah,
we just are. I use a laptop and earbuds with the mic attached.
I look at it, Val, in my particular case, just for my case, this is my hobby. I don't go out and drink at the bars. I don't go out and
right.
honks.
Right.
I don't go out to the expensive restaurants. I don't take expensive vacations every year. All of those kinds of things. Because if I accepted money from somebody and then went out and lived a lavish lifestyle, I don't think I could sleep at nighttime. But I don't take money from anybody, but I can only imagine people.
Okay,
It-
so there was this one station, because this is the two sides, okay? There are some two sides. You stream all the time, Paul. You just do it on other streams. That's right. Okay, here's the other side. So there was this channel, and they were getting lots of money. They were also doing booking like adventures for people and things like that. Well, turns out that they decided to take that money and spend it on bills. And they told their people, hey, we got bills. We didn't know what else to do, so we used your money.
Be right back.
Then they went on and continued to ask for Patreon and super chats and things like that. And so, I mean, I just had a really hard time with that. I don't know why. I just like, really? Because that money they were giving you was for them to get booked onto something that didn't happen. For those who, okay. I'm not sure if drones started as a hobby first and then turned into something on YouTube. I think it started as a hobby first. I do think that back from the sky. Hey, Daddy at 13. So these people, I think, were criminals. Isn't that right? I mean, if you take someone's money, they sent you to book them on something, and you decide to do something else with that money. Isn't that being a criminal? Criminal?
It's
Criminal.
illegal. It's illegal intent. Yes.
Okay. So now, how do we go on and say they are criminals? There are criminals everywhere. Yeah, but how now do you say, hey, I want to be part of this one channel, when you know this stuff is going on? Criminals. Yes, I have a hard time. False advertisement. Yeah, it was really bad. And they're still asking for tips, and they call them tips, the super chat stuff. It's really, it was not very nice. Now, when I go onto some channels, live chats, and they're monetized, I throw a couple dollars. I can't do a lot. None of us, I think we're all in the same boat pretty much here. But when I see Patreon,
it's a different level.
But a lot of people, I don't deny that someone can do it. I think if you're working hard, bringing value, bringing information, and people want to do that, that's absolutely okay.
If somebody wants to be a Patreon, that's between them and whoever they're giving the money to, but it's a promise to continue to pay a certain amount, whereby the average person may just say, I got a couple extra bucks this month, and I really like this person, and I want to send them $2 to help them with whatever, But to say that you're going to send them $10 or $20 or $25 a month, that's a commitment. That's like a promise to pay,
It kind of is, but I know some people who, if they have a hard time physically, some other things, they do that. Ed's a quad murderer. Ed, why are you a quad murderer? When you think of the Madals in the world and of the world, this is lightweight, but I get what you're getting at. Yeah, it is lightweight. Now, I do at some point. I see myself, making money. I've yet to make what I put in every month. It's good, and that's fine. But it's one of those things where you're wondering, at what point. I'm a horrible person. Not like you haven't murdered a quad or two. LOL, plummet. They're murdering their quads. So that's bad, Ed. Very, very bad man.
Yeah, but I can kind of understand that sentiment, because there's some of us out here that when we buy a quadcopter, whether it's FPV or just regular quad, it's like family. I mean, you almost tuck it in at night,
Oh, I like Herman. It's called Hard Up for Cash. No, I've seen it, and people have gotten thousands of dollars every month to help them out on things that have happened to them in their world, right? Did you start YouTube with the intention of making money or as a hobby? I started it from the beginning as something like I used to send my mom little videos and she died, and I wanted to keep doing something. And then as I went along, I thought it's not a bad thing to make money, is it? I mean, okay, I've always had a hard time with money as far as if I have more than someone else, it kind of feels funny to me. And but yeah, I think it's fine. If I get a ton of people, I make money on ads now. And I make big money back from this guy. Oh yeah. I 5 big ones a month, if you count dollars as being big ones. But still, at some point, right? At some point, it will be as much as what I pay a month to be on it, right? And to be, if I'm bringing value. Now, if you're not bringing value, Paul brought up something really funny today, but I won't repeat what he said about how some channels are not going to make money and certain reasons why. And that is very true. If you have to look at it, do you want to? But the Patreon, I'm
well, that's
just not sure.
Segment, yeah. Yep.
If I had a lot of money, I probably would. I'd probably send people some stuff for their channels keep going. But it has to be valuable to me. It has to give me information. Have thought of someone recently who took donations from GoFundMe and then later on bought himself an expensive drone. What do you call that? Well, it depends. It depends.
Shifty. I call it shifty.
Well, it depends. It depends. If someone took donations and they put those donations towards the thing they needed it for, and then they came into money, why shouldn't they buy a drone?
Well, and the other thing too is that
but if they took the money for health or something like that and then said, screw my health, I'm buying a drone, I might question that a lot.
Well, and it also depends upon what the GoFundMe was for account, when they identify what the GoFundMe is for,
And my brother Icky, Aaron Leslie. Yes. And so Plummet, tell me something. When you do that, why are the reasons why you do it? When I did it, it's because the person was bringing me value. It was a cruise channel. I needed to know about the different cruises. I knew nothing, and he kept bringing me value every week. And so I did Patreon. If the reason for the donations was to buy a drone, and that was explained, I have no issue with that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I have helped so many people in my lifetime to do, but this is my belief. Once you hand the money over, you just can't even think about it anymore. It's just gone, done. Just don't even think about it. It'll make you crazy. How about taking money to take a test? So, if you take money to take a test,
does the test cost something?
Yeah. Does it cost something?
Do you have to buy supplies in order to study to take the test?
Do you have to not work so you can stay home and study? See, that's why I don't like tests, because tests are not easy for me, and it could take me time. But I can take a test if you're going to send me money to do it. But I want to know what test and why you want me to take it. I've thrown JB some money, Plummet FPV, but I just don't have the Patreon deal. John Barstow puts a lot of work into his channel and deserves every dime. See, yes, see that makes sense to me, right? So you look at certain channels and they deserve something because they put so much into it. And then you have to make that decision that other channel doesn't. Right? And we do that like the 107 test. Yeah, I have no problem. We did a GoFundMe, or we participated in one for Lake Hadley. And he studied and he took it and he got it. I don't have a problem with that because I'm happy. I was so happy. to chip in for someone's future. That's how I looked at it, especially the young people. I just want to see everyone do well. So that's what it depends on for me. That's what I look at. But I haven't been a Patreon for anybody in a while. But if they bring me a ton of value, I super chat. I try to super chat. I was watching the NoobTube and they were doing some really good stuff and good information. Then all of a sudden they were getting half naked and I was like, oh.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
I didn't mean that rabbit hole. I just was like, oh, I'm old. What can I do? What can I do, Paul? Ow, doggy. My dog just came in.
There's no going back now.
Super chat takes too much off the top. Can I tell you, super chat does. It really does. Guess what I'm getting at is if you can pay for a drone eventually, then you should have save money and pay for the test. But that's just my opinion. Like belly buttons, everyone has one. Not everybody. Some people don't have belly buttons. My NoobTube, right? Them my boys. I know. They're funnier than heck. Get your scissors out, Val, right? Right? Okay. So here's where I'm going now, okay? So now we've all established, I think, and we all believe that it's not free to do YouTube. I mean, I guess I could just go on here and say, guys, watch me. Here I am. And some people have to do that because all they have is their phone, but they do a better job than what I just showed. Okay, so now you are paying your money or whatever it is to make your channel, that one step up, you're getting a better drone, you're learning how to fly better, you're doing whatever you need to do to make it what you want, right? If you're a review channel, you're buying all your little products until they start sending them to you. You're doing what you want to do. Now all of a sudden you find out you need a 107. If you're going to monetize your channel, you really should, right? Get a 107 if you want to monetize. If you're going to monetize your channel and use drone flying as that vehicle to make money, and even money on YouTube because that's still making money. Now what? Like helping people in need, real need, you have to use the wisdom in giving. Yes, back from the sky. I absolutely believe that. I do believe that. So now what, Paul? Talk to me about that.
About what?
Could do a pay for
of
the funky chicken.
I'm so confused.
Okay, let me start again. So now you're paying every month, right? You're just whatever it has to be for your internet, for your whatever you're paying for, right?
The basic
epic sound to put on with your drone streams.
Yep.
You are spending hours. You should be, and if you're not, why not? I don't think all the drone guys realize how much time they spend perfecting what they do, right? Because it's time.
Practice. That's
right. And so you pay for that, and you're putting that on your stream, right? You're taking all your time. And now they say, if you want to make money flying drones, basically, if you're making money and your vehicle is drone flying, then you're supposed to have that 107. Now, 150 to learn about the test and 150 to take the test. Okay, hold on. Won't get any revenue out of that, Daddy 13. Well, maybe if Val does it with fast. Yeah, right. So, Paul, why should we have to get a 107 on top of everything else that's costing us to be part of a hobby and to be on YouTube and to be teaching people about drones and flying drones? Why should we have to do that?
Basically, the difference between being a hobbyist and a 107 commercial drone pilot, which is called a 107, is the fact that you are receiving some kind of a benefit from what you do. It's not a hobbyist. You're not just out flying for fun. There's exchange of something, and it can be as small. The FAA has defined it as it could be as small as somebody gave you baseball tickets or football tickets or basketball tickets.
So
You know.
even like the barter system counts as making money.
Yeah, because it is in furtherance of a business or in furtherance of you that you're receiving something for it. Now,
Roger.
where it gets kind of gray is, but it's a YouTube situation that you've run into. Somebody gave you some video to use and said it was theirs and it was okay for you to use it, but then you got in trouble because the person that made the video said it wasn't okay and that the person that gave it to you didn't have the right to do it, so it became a big mess.
And to YouTube is because you can get in trouble for putting on drone videos without a 107 on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I heard too back from this guy. So, but see, this is the point I'm making. Paul, as far as I know, a lot of us people with drones are doing stuff like interviews. We don't have a lot of money. And it keeps seeming like to get on here and do this, I keep having to spend money.
Yep.
I am not happy about that, Paul. Not at all. But I want to have everything. I want to have the 107 if I need it. I mean, I want to put drone videos on, but now that I'm monetized, now what?
Yep.
Hey, drone shots. Do you know what I'm saying? And we're all in the same boat. It's not just one of us, it's all of us. Because we're all creators.
Yep. You always want to keep on the right side of the track when it comes to the FAA, because the government's bigger than we are. And we hear all these things about somebody that did a real estate shoot for somebody and they weren't 107, and the FAA fined them $25,000 per shot. So
Ed goes, we have less money because we fly drones. Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, okay, so here's my wants, okay? I want a Phantom. I want a 107. And I don't want the 107 so I can make a bunch of money. I just want a 107 so I can go out and fly the hills and put things, copulations together and come back and put it on YouTube.
So get
I
your
want to create.
Get your 107, Val.
So I'm flying to Maryland. I'm going up. You know what I'm saying? It's all about all these choices. It just seems to me that as we look at it, and then I wonder, I'm not really going to go out and fly real estate. That's not what I'm thinking. And I'm not sure anybody would want me to. So let me just be clear, guys. But I'm not going to, you know how they go with the thing and sometimes even fly into the house? John Coopy did a wonderful video on his house with a drone. But that is not something that that's the thing I want to do. So I guess YouTubers, instead of going to the bank, go to fellow YouTubers and ask for money or donations. Nothing wrong with that either. Just don't have expectations. So here's the deal. If what you do is, okay, I have a theory on that, so I'll try to remember. Hey, JDS Quads, we don't put links on my channel, okay, anymore. It got very confusing and it doesn't work unless I ask you to, okay? So I think it's kind of right. Oh, let's see. Is it bought by some YouTubers all to get views? It is bought by YouTubers. What is bought by YouTubers? I think much of this has been blown out of proportion. What most people take the yeah. Okay, so here's my thought. If everyone is creators and we're all just trying to give money back and forth, I kind of wonder how that works, right? And sometimes you get value, and so you do that. Val, I'm not sure you're not that bad. You could do anything. I always think that, and then I get in trouble. But should we not be working on, hey, Bottle Cap, should we not be working on getting channels or getting other people to watch and search and look at our channels that are not necessarily creators? Poor Paul. He's sitting here and I'm hurting his brain tonight. Paul, these are things. Oh, poor Paul. He's coughing. I got my 336 and it doesn't expire until 2021. Register with the FAA. Grandfathered in the way I look at it. Oh, I do not know what a 336 is. And if I ask, am I going to be sorry I asked? But it's an FAA. Is that a pilot's license? Because you used to fly, didn't you, Ed? So that's what I would wonder. So I just had questions, I just was thinking about it. It all came in my brain and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go on and pick Paul's brain until he wants to die and ask him all these things that are going through my brain, because everybody kind of needs money. There's been so many GoFundMes. There's been so much stuff. And if I could, I would do what I can for anybody in need. I really do. I do try to do that. But I don't know. Do I sound bad? I probably sound bad. I'll just let Paul talk for a few minutes until they send me an email telling me otherwise. Do you see what I'm saying, Paul?
Yep. I do. I understand what you're saying.
Paul.
However, I think, Val, that your premise is correct. However, knowing what I know about human nature, I don't think there's any solution to it. There's always going to be someone else out there that figures they got the greatest ideas since sliced bread, and that they'll want somebody else to pay for their idea one way or the other. And so and I don't begrudge anybody looking at YouTubing as a job, because it really can be. And so if you go by that premise, then everybody should get paid for their work. But I don't know how that all would work out in the end. I think YouTube has exploded over the last 4 or 5 years, and I think it's just getting to the point where people are going to have to sort it out.
There's no human nature. There's only human behavior. I love that. So, okay. So I hear what you're saying. I did hear it, but then I read that statement and then it went out of my head. Is that bad?
That's called we're getting older, Val. That's what it's called.
Cable TV. How does that work? I heard of people asking for money. Meanwhile, they have, I don't have cable TV. All those extras I've gotten rid of. I just have. I just don't have the extras anymore. See, I think that if you're going to do YouTube as a job, now I work and research my stuff and try to find why things are happening the way they're happening. And I spend over 40 hours a week, and I spend 40 hours a week, if not more, working another job. And it's because I do want to build this. I do want to build this. I have to not act like I don't want to build it. I do. But it's I'm up against the man in his donkey. I'm up against, the yellow brick road in the Lion. And people who will stream for 20 hours. There's so much congestion. And maybe that's what they think I am too. It's just congestion.
Yeah, Val, I don't think I don't want to burst your bubble here, but it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. As more and more people come to the internet, come to live streaming, and it becomes easier to start, but harder to stay on. You're going to see people live stream and come and go, and live stream, come and go, and live stream, come and go, until they hit the right spot for them, and they'll find what works. You know.
Right. And Ed, I know you're in this just to have fun and fly and meet people, but there is some property that you like to build a commune on. So get to making something on this. So you can have your commune and where you wanted it. Where was it? Was it in the Carolinas or was it also in Florida? I think there are certain things, but that means you're a good steward of money, Val. You're willing to sacrifice something to get something else. I just, all the extras had to be gone. And plus, if you're YouTubing, how much time are you spending on cable? How much time? You're not. Not if you're seriously into this. Not many people are willing to do that. No. No, a lot of people like their cable. I think even Roger doesn't have cable anymore. Everyone is starting to say, hey, if you take this seriously, you don't have time. You're correct. I need more watch hours, LOL. I need to win the darn lotto. Yes, you do. So you can have your commune and we can come up and fly. I'm just saying, Ed, don't forget the dream. Don't forget the dream. So most people are going to come on here and they're going to look to your left. You can look to your right. They're not going to be here in a year, right? That's basically what happens. But one thing I've noticed, a lot of the drone flyers have stick-to-itness. Is that even a word? They stick to it?
Determination.
Yeah. I pay Shaw Satellite $100 a month, and I don't know why. Starting at a big black screen, staring at a big black screen, right? Bottle caps. Yeah, and that's what I just think that. I don't know, Paul. I just have all these thoughts in my head.
I know. If you come up with any answers, Val, you're going to be worshipped because I think everybody out there has the same questions in their head. Maybe not the exact same questions, but that's, life in general is a big question mark. Should I be doing this or should I be doing that, or what should I do here? And
right.
You just got to find your path and try and stay on it the best you can.
He was alive. Paid airfare for everyone who wants to come to the Asylum Drone Zone. That's all I'm saying. So you give your children money just because they don't have to work for it or earn it. That's why all the commercials nowadays say you deserve this and you deserve that. Yeah, okay. There's a difference between deserve and work for.
Earned.
And I know it's the law of attraction and all of that. And I do believe in that because anytime I need money, I get a call and someone has another job they'd like me to do. That happens a lot to me. So, and that's been happening to me about all my life. So I work for myself because there's always something, just enough to get by, and that's usually good for me. I don't need much more than that, except for I'd like to see something happen with YouTube, but as long as I'm going against respectfully disagree, Interpal's mind. Yeah. But you know what I mean? You don't, or you do? I'm just having all these thoughts that are crowded in my brain, and they're kind of different places.
Well, it's all part of sorting life out as you go along. We can all look back and say coulda, woulda, shoulda, but there's a reason that we were built with eyes on the front of our face, looking forward, so that we can try and maneuver around all of the obstacles that are there, and hopefully, when you close your eyes for the last time, you're happy with the path you took.
It says, of course, if there are any millionaires out there that want to contribute to the Silent Drone Zone, you can send your donations to my flying lunatic via PayPal to Are You Freaking Nuts? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by the 1% comment. That was so we could wear goggles for FPV, Paul. Oh, okay. So, yeah, he wants to earn some money for goggles so everyone can FPV. I think that's
Yep.
what he means.
As long as he has a spotter with him.
Yeah, I don't have problems if everybody is billionaires, millionaires, whatever they want to be. I have no problem with people being who they want to be and getting where they want to be. I personally don't know what I'd do with that much money. It'd be a headache for me.
Well, I pray every night. I says, Lord, if you want me to try it, I will. You know.
Right? No, I was talking to my kids and I said, I think if I win something like that, I'll just split it amongst all of you. Because what would I do with all that? It sounds like a burden to me. And that's when I realized that's why I always make just enough for me to get by and not a lot of extra, because I think I've always felt that way. It's just kind of a burden at times. I like my coffee. I want enough for my coffee. So when they go, oh, that's one of those, coffee drinkers, fancy coffee drinkers. Yeah, I do that. Don't have cable, but I like my fancy coffee. My dog spot me too. Yeah, right. I'm trying to teach mine. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy a big yacht to park beside happiness. That's right. That's right. So in my brain, I'm always kind of at opposite ends with how I feel about things. And it's starting to come to a head. Pun. But, oh, let's see. Okay. You have a nice sleep, Daddy at 13. I didn't mean to twist your brain tonight, but I know I kind of have. Sorry. But Paul, it's in my head. And I'm starting to have nightmares because I'm thinking of so many different directions that don't really sync together very well.
I get it.
Yeah. So I'm just, I'm just trying to talk about it because there are so many things. So the new regulations, let's talk about some new regulations. I
You're
don't
right.
mind the new regulations, but they're not really going to affect me. And I think that's why.
Be right back now.
Oh, I can't talk about them by myself. So
Yeah.
I will make giraffe sounds to keep you guys entertained. Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? We'll be on at 3 p.m. Oh, yeah, tonight is the Canadian Drone Hub's late night rendezvous with anyone who is up that late. Yeah, Canada's regulations are horrendous. I've never heard of such a thing. And they have to know how to fly a helicopter, kind of. That just doesn't make sense.
Well, the first thing everybody has to understand is we're all, unless you're a licensed regular private pilot or commercial pilot flying a plane, we're we're sub to them, even though we're supposed to be licensed
Yeah.
licensed as a pilot,
Mm-hmm.
a drone pilot. When I just took my relicensure for my 107, they had changed some of the questions and whatever, and of course I passed. But I said to the gal afterwards, I was kind of feeling my oats a little bit, and I said, I know for a fact that there is no drone pilots on the FAA executive committee. I know for a fact there is no drone pilots on the FAA committee that sets up the testing for 107. I said, I know for a fact there isn't any drone pilots that are even affiliated with any kind of upper echelon of the FAA. And I also know that most licensed pilots of manned aircraft think that we're a joke and don't like us. And the gal, she says, yeah. Like, what's your point? I said, so
Right.
I said, now I know why all of these questions are built around regular aircraft pilots. You know, it's like, why do I need to know what the ceiling of a Class C airspace is when I'm restricted to 400 feet above ground level, not 2,200 feet, not 3,500 feet. You know,
Right.
so she just smiles, and says, "Yeah, you're right, but I'm just the testing person."
Right. To maintain flight and maintenance logs every time you make a change to your drone. Yes, yes. Cannot fly within 12 hours of alcohol. Yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about. Carnegie, Rockefellers, Rothschilds. Okay. Most will just ignore it. Okay, so here's the deal. JDS, don't call people that because that's just not a good thing for me to read. And I almost read it out loud. So don't do that. And no, I know you can't hardly talk about this without talking government because it's all being enforced through what? The government. And there's a lot. I don't have a problem with things being you having to be careful, right? In the sky. I think that's fine. And somebody told me there's a lot of like the dark web who people are doing really bad things with drones, right? Trying to get away with doing things that don't do well. So it makes me wonder if that's why we keep getting more and more and more and more regulation. And I'm going to present Paul so I
Well,
can see his face.
I look at it as, can you imagine back when they first came out with the automobile? And here you had these mechanical things running up and down the streets, scaring the hell out of horses, scaring the hell out of people.
Right.
Like,
right.
what the heck is that? And then there wasn't any two-way traffic. You drove wherever you wanted to drive. And so then they had to sort it all out. They had to figure out, and the first time they put up a stop sign, probably the person that's driving the automobile goes, "What the hell is a stop sign? What does that mean?" You know, or people, you know, just pulling over and parking in front of railings that were used to tie horses and buggies to, and here's a car parked there, and it's like, so it's all going to have to work its way out sooner or later. How it does, it's just it's gonna be different in the future, but then again, you're going to see also probably flying motorcycles pretty soon too. So because they've got them in Dubai, so
I know. They got, Dubai is one of those places where they had just about everything, right? That I don't have enough smarts to think for myself, or I've been brainwashed. You have to give people a little bit more credit. Yeah. So I think I didn't pick the two topics that don't come with a little bit of controversy, right? Especially when we're talking about
regulation.
Patreon and money and all that. That always comes with some problems. Let's see, before autos were regulated, many people died all the time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's an old paradigm that people have to earn or deserve something that they normally deserve naturally because there is no lack upon this planet. Right. Okay. I see what you're saying. I got it. So, people shouldn't work for something they want, in my opinion. That's how they have been taught. You work for what you want. You don't get it or given to you. Yeah. Okay. The Bible is clearly okay. Now we're going to religion. We did politics, now we're into religion. Let's not do that. Because I think that's like the nuclear bomb, right? Now you can't say anything because this is where it says it. But teach a person how to fish, they don't give them a fish. Okay, so let's talk. I personally like what I do for work. I like doing YouTube, and I like working with Mary. And if you saw the pictures on my thumbnail, those are all the ones she did, and they're really nice. Let's all fly and just have fun. No, we're not going there, Interpala's mind. We are not. I'm sorry. We slipped in there. Am in the right place? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going to start giving Quadfather. How you doing, darling? How you doing? So, if I'm thinking about where Quadfather, why don't I have you? What? Quadfather? Hold on. I just had to look at where you were. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hey, Quadfather. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I'm sorry it's taking me a minute because I just have my brains in 15 different directions right now. Okay, Quadfather, I gave you a mod, so you should be blue unless I had an accident and didn't do what I thought I was doing. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, Nemo. So Paul, along all these different topics that we had today, okay, we seem to
Yeah, this was definitely a potpourri night. Yes.
Yes, but this is my brain, and this is
Yeah.
how it works. Yeah, love my drones. I'm probably confused. Yeah, people always look at me after I've talked to them and says sometimes they're confused. And here's why. Because I have a little ADD dyslexia thing, and my brain actually does work in many different directions at the same time. And so sometimes it gets too much.
You have a multitasking mind.
Somehow, even though people say multitasking isn't a real thing. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? He's going to nut off. I know. What's happened to him? Hey, Quad. Hey, JDS. Okay, you're being good now. I'm giving you back your mod. I have to keep... JDS, you know you're naughty. I can't do anything about that. He is. He's a bad boy. He's my bad boy of my channel. Got to keep an eye on him. So
now, Lenny, don't be telling them about the time I fell asleep with you on the phone. So
you do that. Why is that?
Narcolepsy, I think. I don't know.
I'm not a Godfather. I always think of that song when JDS comes on, Close to Cherokee. So guys, what we were talking about and how we got jumbled up is I was talking Patreon on people's channels, if it's the right thing to do. Why do some channels get Patreon, others don't? You know, because like someone said, Josh Bardwell, they give to that channel because he works so hard, right? And I would tell you, I think everyone works pretty hard, but it's like I always say, you know, you got to put time into something to have something happen.
And as the person that's doing the donating, that's your choice. If you want to be a Patreon of somebody's channel, you do it. Don't ever feel like you have to, because then that takes away your control. If you let somebody else control your money, then that's not a good place to be.
That's right. And that's the one thing I saw with that one person who was doing it. You know, I take donations. I do too. It's I think I was just kind of perplexed, Paul, because they were doing some things and not delivering what they promised.
Yep.
And then the other channel was saying, yeah, we're going to start Patreon, and their whole audience was all their watchers were in an uproar, but no one ever said you had to. I don't take donations, and I don't even monetize my channel. That is true, John. Let me ask you this, though, okay, between you and I. Just pretend there's nobody here. Do you have any what do they call those people? Sponsors? Oh, just affiliate links on drones? Yeah. Yeah. You do a lot of good drone stuff, John. But see, you don't do live chat, so it'd be kind of hard for you to do some of the stuff. I wish I could monetize. I need money. Yeah, right? We all do, I think. It's a good topic, Val. Sometimes we have to agree to disagree and leave it at that. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And look at poor Paul. He's going, if you could make this a little more lively, I may make it to the end. John has a great channel. Oh, yeah. John Kuby has a very good channel. But for the record, if you guys feel like giving away some money to me, I won't turn it down. Maybe I do deserve it.
Maybe that'll help when I turn the studio lights on. That's
Yeah,
better.
turn them on. Turn them on. Turn them on. Wake up. I'm not going to say to get something that makes you feel, hey, Miss Creature, how you doing, darling? Oh, there we go. There we go.
You know, in
I just
the-
made you a moderator.
the thing of it is that flying too can be used therapeutically, not necessarily like a career move at first, but some people evolve into that. Like Philly Drone Life, that pretty much saved his life, got him out of the house. He's 600 pounds and couldn't move, and he one day he happened to watch some people flying drones, and that changed his life forever.
Right. And it does that. You know, there are more ways to get value when you do stuff. Send money my way. Oh, I still have you presented so you can't fall asleep. Thank you. Lynn, see what I do to him? Get you out of the house too. That's true. That's true. And I was okay. So I decided to make a dancing video. So
Yes,
I
I know. We saw you dancing. Yes.
No, I did a couple tunes.
How much did we pay for that? I think it was.
Nobody's paying me anything. Evidently, I don't deserve it for my dance technique.
Yeah,
But I decided I'm going to tape myself dancing. I never see myself dance. I don't even know what it looks like. Then I was like, oh no, what the hell?
Well, you said that when you went on a cruise, that you used to spend all the time on the dance floor thinking you were Ginger Rogers.
You know what? You know, I always say this. In my mind, it's a beautiful thing. I dance perfect. I look like a Zell when I run. I just have that, you know, almost slow motion, feet going out and gripping the pavement. Yeah, all that stuff. As long as no one holds a mirror up and tries to video me doing it, I am cool. Oh, also thanks for the support of my channel, by the way. John, we adore you. You know this. We do. Oh, hold on. Oh, no. Really, Val's Life? I'm sorry. I'm not watching that. You'll be like dancing on Seinfeld. Oh, yeah. I really don't like when people say anybody deserves anything. Why do people deserve anything? It's up to people. You know what? I think that I don't know people do, you know, if I see someone poor, I try to help. You know, if someone's, you know, it's just where I am and how I've always felt growing up. It's just where you're at. And I do believe if you teach someone to fish, they will know how to fish. Whether they want to eat those fish is up to them.
At least
I don't judge.
Put the bait on the hook anyway, you know?
Right. I don't like to cut fish open. That's why I will probably starve if I had to rely on fishing. Yeah, I dance, but I will tell you this. Evidently, it's not as impressive as maybe I was hoping it would be. I'm just saying. I'm like, yeah, in my head though, I am like a ballerina. I am Nemo. You'd be amazed how I look in my head. I look so good. Yeah. Oh, this whole thing's caffeine. Maybe that's what's happening. Oh, love. I don't know who sent it, but thank you. Thank you so much. Love. Oh, is this? Hold on, I have to see. Yeah, I don't know who it is. Who is it? Who is it? I'm going to go to that. Hold on. Oh, love my Ed. If you send me money, how are you going to get? Oh, thank you, Miss Creature. How are we going to get the compound? We need to get your compound going. Back when the sky is not parents' responsibility. After
Can I let go now, Val? You told me to hold on.
Yes, you can let go now. Michael McReynolds, how are you doing? Thank you so much, Ed. You're so very sweet to me. And you are too, Miss Creature. Thank you. Because you know what? I really do think that I've been working for a long time. And I love my channel. I do. And I am working, guys. I really am working to try to make it a little more engaging and to bring more value. I'm just not sure how to do it yet. So it's going to take me some time. Oh, I'm allergic to fish. I'm screwed. Oh, Nemo. So at 7.5 years old, it's your responsibility. 6 months later, you're out of the house. Now you're just going by. Yeah. You know what? I never told my children at 18 they were out. You know what I said to them? Okay, I'll just share just a teeny bit. I said, at 18, if you don't leave high school and go straight to college, you will go find a job and you'll pay rent. And those little kids so badly didn't want to pay rent, they all went to damn college. What was that about? I mean, I wasn't getting a dime out of anybody. A few beers and I can break that. Okay, I'm sending beers. Get ready. I'm not sure if you know this, but if your kids at 19 and 20 years old get into trouble with credit, they're going to come after the parents. They're not going to say they're 18, but we can't do that. Amen, pal, right? Oh. Hey, Synthroid. How are you doing, my love? Hey, let me tell you something. I worked in the courts for a long time. Once a child turns 18, it is their responsibility if they get in trouble and if they get in financial trouble. In my state, in Idaho. You know what I'm saying? That is the law here. Nemo, a few beers and I'll break something if you try to dance. Dies, the creditors will come after. Oh, and again, not in my state, not in Maryland, because I have some knowledge of that. Hey, Mark. So I gotta say that, oh, that's my point. In cooking, hello, Val. Hey, just looking. How you doing, darling? How are you doing? I'm gonna see. You know what? I am so glad you finally got off work. You dance well, Val. I've seen you. No, back with the sky. I do not. But thank you. Thank you. I love to dance.
You're gonna dance tonight, Val?
No. I said I danced and I videoed it because I am brave. And then I looked and I thought, what happened? I don't look like a gazelle. When did this happen, Paul?
I don't know, Val.
Nemo breakdance. Okay. Is Phantom 101 still in here? Because he has a way of getting Novice Quad on here. And Novice Quad, evidently from what Herman said, he brings a big piece of cardboard with him when he dances. Have you been partaking in Back from the Sky? Is that because he said I can dance? Ed. Roger. Paul can dance. Can Paul dance? Not the funky chicken, right, though? I hope you never find out. So, it's amazing. Oh, no, funky. No, Len, tell us what he does, how he dances. Tell us all about it. We want to know. Phantom 101. Yeah, he is here.
Lynn was as surprised as you were, Val.
Was that you could dance?
Yeah.
The substance where people want something for nothing. That irks the hell out of me. I don't like when people say everybody deserves anything. Dance is great. Yeah, I never see him dance though. I would like to see that. I think we should have a special live stream of Paul's dancing techniques. When is your dancing video going live? It is not. I just wanted to see if I could. Okay, so you guys know that a lot of people like to what do they call that? They like to go and sing. So I've been watching some of the singing videos. Now, I don't want to break anyone's bubble, but some of the people who sing don't really sing well. With the summer hat on. Oh, I bet that's cute, Lynn. Could you take some video of that and send it to me next time? And give me a
No.
release so I can play it? If you work
No,
your
she
ass
can't.
off, you deserve it. Yeah, right?
No, she cannot.
Yes, Lynn, send it to me. Don't listen to Paul. Crossfire
Yeah.
is the best long range setup. Yeah, I've heard Crossfire is good. So let me see. Of course, not just because someone is 19 does it make him adult. There's 31-year-old children out there in 40. Well, okay, so I'm just going to say that a child's brain doesn't even stop developing, especially the frontal lobe, until they hit the 30s, guys. Yeah. No, I value my life. See, Paul's the person who didn't dance. So I'm thinking if we raise $100 for me tonight, Paul would dance, but not the funky chicken. Right, Paul?
That's the only dance I know, Val.
Oh, darn it. Then please don't give money. People doing the singing that can carry a tune with a bucket. But what do you say when they sing and it's not right, but you know in their heart they're feeling like they're Barbara Streisand?
I never felt like I was Barbara
Paul
Streisand.
dance shirtless. No, John Coopy, no. No, don't listen to him, Paul.
What?
Fingernails on a chalkboard. Oh my gosh, John Coopy's being bad. I didn't know you could be bad, John Coopy. So, yeah, I was listening to some people sing today, and it was, and I didn't leave a comment because I didn't want to say, I didn't want to be Simon Cowell. You know what I mean? I bring it up? It was your comment. Let me just say that if you are wanting to sing, my uncle has a blue truck. Oh, cool. I'm done, droners. Let's talk about drones. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, I have to say nice, whatever. I never use the beautiful word LOL. Not too much encouragement to have further embarrass themselves, right? Yeah, hey, JL. I didn't say anything because I thought I just don't want to hurt their feelings, but I also don't want them to sing more. But it's like me, I love dancing, so I'm going to dance. People like singing, so they're going to get up and sing. And it just is what it is, right? Right, Paul? No, Paul. Bad Paul. If he brings cardboard out when he dances, he's a break dancer. He spins on his back, right?
What I do doesn't have anything to do with my back.
No, he does not hurt his back.
No.
NDRC sings. Does he? Is he good? Hey, DJ Ian Entertainments, how you doing tonight? Anyone hear him? I didn't hear him, but I have to go find him now because I want to know what he sounds like. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm telling. Uh-oh. Is it because I moved that?
Yeah, that's what it was. It's okay now. Oh, now you're out.
Yeah, hold on.
Val, stop pushing buttons.
Hold on. Ah, it brought me back. Okay. Yeah, Sandy's. Oh, Lily. She just pushed my desk.
I
Flippin'
thought you
Saint
were having
Bernard.
another earthquake.
She's so big. Grandfather. What's up, my friend? Yeah, Michael McReynolds. Yeah, Sandy's actually pretty good if you like his genre. Hard goth metal stuff. You know, I miss the hard goth stuff. It's only 1 a.m. here in the UK. Just finished DJ for the evening. So I thought I'd pop in and say hi. I'm so happy you did, DJ. How was your gig? Was it good? Got better. Wasn't as hard to listen to anymore. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the name, but yeah, yeah. And she kept singing. Yeah, some people just keep going. And they do that voice that makes them sound like they're in almost in an echo. And it kind of, because the way it does it, it kind of makes it sound like they're more on pitch than when they don't use it.
Whatever works.
I think so. Send that person to America's Got Talent. Let Simon Cowell take care of them. I would not wish that on anyone. He's gotten a little better.
But he's brutal.
He's brutal. He tells you to go back home and kill whoever told you you could sing. I remember one time he sat there and says, "Your mother lied to you." Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I think you need someone to say, "Hey, that's not going to work out for you," as a vocation. But please feel free to sing.
Well, when Lynn was in grade school, she was a member of a group called the Prancers. She was a dancer too. Yeah.
A prancer dancer?
Yeah.
Lynn, is this true? We would like to see the home videos. Yeah, when I was young, I was in a group in 8th grade. We went around to all the elementary schools and sang and stuff. I think there were like 3 of us were singers and 2 of them were guitarists. I'm all good, Val. I'm just sharing my thoughts. If you want me to stop, I'll just listen. No, back from the sky, you are fine, my darling. I would tell you. You know I would tell you because I do tell you if it's a little much for me. I'm hoping soon, Ed. Oh my God, not true. You weren't part of the Prancer dancing?
Prancer Dancers, I think it was called. Yep.
Check out
As I
my
recall.
music channel.
Isn't
I have
that
no
right,
idea.
Lynn?
Okay, Quadfather, let me go. Let me go see where you're at because I don't mind going to some of the channels and seeing where they are at. Right now, Quadfather, you are at 142. So if anyone would like to go and see if they could do it up to 150, I would think that would be great. Oh, Ed, your channel has grown so much. Yeah, you're at 1309. Good for you, Ed. Good for you. I love that. Usually by the time I get off, I've lost people.
Hey, Lenny, I always tell the truth.
No, watch his stories. So it says, what? Okay, hold on. You should not bet on making a living by singing. People might pay me money not to sing if I had them locked up in a cell. I was once on a subway car. The guy was asking for money for his singing. He started singing, and I told him if he stops, I'll give him $1. He stopped. Oh my God. But there are channels that are just based on people singing. And they just sing. And they love it. And they feel good doing it.
Yes, everybody hit the like button for Val.
Oh, that'd be great if you did that. It's free. It is free. It's one of our free things. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me get back to. I was checking out your channel, Quadfather. You have a nice channel. Everyone should check his channel out. Yeah, I want to see some of the Prancer videos.
There you go.
I am just really wondering what that's like. Small prancers. Sometimes the truth hurts. If it feels good and doesn't bother anyone else, do it. I'm with you, Ed. I just dance by myself now. Hey, Eber, I will say if I'm on a cruise, I'm on that dance floor until the music stops.
Yep.
I am. I don't
Yeah.
care what they play. They could play heavy metal. They can play whatever they want. I'm dancing.
As I remember, Val, the Prancers had some really great costumes.
Oh God. Did they? Did they, Paul? What did they look like?
I just can almost see her now.
You are so dead, Paul. You know this, right? I would lock my windows and put steel bars in them. Because what you can hear is this. And then, have a great night, Val. Hey, Nanya, thank you so much for coming in, darling. I so appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Flying lunatic, my friend, fly.
Is Herman still with us, or did he bail? No,
Yeah,
I
I
see.
sent him a link. I sent him and Centra the link. But
Come on, Herman, come on.
but nothing happened, so I'm just going, okay, whatever. Oh, you've never been on a cruise on my drones? Oh, we got to do a cruise. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I love cruising. I do. I got to say it. I do. I like going to the islands, but coming back to the same room every night. Lurking, EBR. I'll be back in a week. See you guys around. Hey, thank you. So I do have an interview going on Sunday. Just want to make sure everyone's aware of it. I am going to be interviewing someone who does really, really great flying, does some adventure stuff. I don't think you guys are regret it if you watch it. He does a lot of stuff on his channel. Never been on one either. What? Oh, you haven't either? Why aren't you and your girlfriend on a cruise? Silly people. You bought a house before a cruise. I don't know what you were thinking, John. Oh, be safe out there, None. Yeah, please be safe. Love my drones. Now that's one guy I would give money to. Okay, Ed is super. Yes. And he really has property to put an asylum drone plates on. So we got to figure that out. I am so busy lurking all day. Don't have time to get anything done. Ed broke what? He broke his quad. Was it your Moby? See, I just watched you on your last flight, Ed, and you did kind of go into a tree, but I swear that thing jumped in front of you. I was upset with that tree. Legendary disease, people. Actually, I've never been on a cruise that was like that. It's not legendary. That they say the norovirus, but you find the norovirus more just at other places, and you're going to find it on a cruise. I broke both of them. Oh, no. So what are you going to fly, Ed? What are you going to fly? The tree was nothing. Okay. Because it looked like you took off right after landing in that tree. I say landing in the tree, but that tree tried to hold on to your drone. True did. Tim Builder, how you doing? UFO, how are you?
Hey, there's Herman.
Hey, Herman, how you doing, darling?
I'm good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Glad you could come on.
Herman's here to save the day.
I'm just starting to send stuff out. Hey, come on in. Hey, Paul, can I leave you and Herman for a minute?
Sure.
Herman, make sure he behaves.
I will. I'll try.
And you can mute him if he doesn't.
I'll try.
Val does that all the time. So how you doing, Herman? Everything good?
I'm surviving. I'm hanging in there.
How's
I got to do something here real quick with this.
Okay.
So I can get the chat here. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you good. Centroid's here. Hey, Centroid.
Val's gone, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. What's up, Herman? How's it going, man?
What's up, man?
He's working on it.
Hanging
He's
in there.
working on breaking his chat out.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Kim? I'm just here until Val gets back. What's up, Palladian? How's it going, Tim?
So how you guys doing?
Hanging in there. Getting ready for the end of the school year to wrap it up. But
When's it over, Mark?
oh, I've got another week of classes, then another week of testing, and then a few more days. So I got about 3 weeks total from now.
So like the end of June?
Yeah, around 21st, 22nd, something like that.
And now when do they go back, Mark?
Oh, they go after Labor Day.
Right
but
after Labor Day.
Yep, and I do teach summer school, so yeah.
Well, that should keep you in drone parts.
Well, that money's earmarked for other things, but I'm okay for now. As long as I keep from crashing as much as I have lately, or toasting my ESCs.
Yeah.
I had one burst into flames yesterday.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that.
Or the other day, yeah. Well, it happens when you crash enough and the wires start to get crossed. So, hey, live and learn, right?
Yeah. Herman, have you been getting any flights in New York?
I actually was out today, earlier today, when I went on. I came into Roger's chat for a few seconds, and I was telling him just came in to hit the like button because I'm getting ready to go out. Went out and did a little flight and came back.
Good.
I got to start flying a little bit more so I can get some more footage.
You go to a park or a specific spot, or where'd you go?
Well, I went over. We have out by Red Hook, out by the water, by the docks, they have this old ship. I think is decommissioned over there, and it looks like they're stripping it down or something. So I just stood in the park and right over, got some shots of it. Went on the other side, got some shots of it from there. Well, nothing special. I just got to make the magic happen later.
Now, the last time was quite a few years ago, Phantom. I was down in New York and I saw that they had docked I think it was called the Nautilus, one of the first, if not the first, nuclear submarines somewhere in New York. Is that still there? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Because my father actually welded on that sub. He helped put that thing together.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to be able to get a chance to see that thing.
Well, we actually have the Navy Yard over here.
Yeah.
And they had a couple of ships over there during Fleet Week.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of guys snuck out there and got some shots.
That's cool.
I try to stay away from those things.
Yeah, they probably don't want you flying around those things too much, right?
Well, you're not supposed to fly around naval ships.
Oh, yeah. Shoot those suckers right out of the sky if you give them a chance.
They might not do that in the city limits, but they still can use jammers and stuff like that.
I was gonna say they probably have started outfitting some of those boats with things that'll knock them out of the sky electronically, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
No.
I'd hate to be that guy.
Oh yeah. And the question is whether or not, if you have the insurance through State Farm, whether or not they'll cover that.
Well, I'll just tell them it fell out the sky.
Well, there you go. They don't have to know why, right?
Right. It's DJI's fault.
There you go.
That reminds me of the USS Detroit, which is a littoral ship. They build them up here in the Great Lakes, and it was going down to Detroit for a visit, and then it was going to the East Coast to be commissioned.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was coming down, it was sunrise, and I was flying, getting it coming down on the Blue Water bridges and going around behind it and down the side of it again. And
Oh, Val's back. See ya.
and I
What the hell? Eber, you have a really nice night. Thank you for coming in. Oh my God.
Anyway,
Are you chasing people away?
Herman, when I came down to the side of the ship, there was somebody in the gun turret on the side of the ship, and all of a sudden he saw my drone, and he whipped that gun turret right around and aimed it at me, and it was kind of an eerie feeling.
Well,
Hi, the streaming gamer. How you doing tonight? Thank you.
in the spot where I was at today, I happen to know the guy who's like he's the manager of the the whole complex over there where the supermarket and the IKEA is and everything.
Yeah.
And he lets us go over there and fly all the time. He knows all the cops that patrol around there, and he knows all the parks department people over there, and they don't give him a hard time at all. And actually, he had a bunch of us over there last year around Fleet Week, and guys were flying. There was a basin out there, and guys were flying over there and getting shots of the ships. And the cops were coming by on the police boat, and they were like telling us to stay away from the ship.
How are you, Val?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Centroid?
I'm doing all right.
Did you teach after hours class?
No. I stopped that after school program. It was a little too much, and plus with the tutoring and stuff, so I had to cut back a little bit. I was burning out pretty badly. So
Yeah.
So
Plus,
So now
school's
you
over.
can come in and see me. I'm just saying.
yeah, school's almost over, but then I do start summer school.
No rest for the wicked.
No, I can't not work. I don't know. I got 6 or 7 years
Jim.
before I can actually retire with my full pension and whatnot. But I don't know if I'll actually do that because I think I'd drive my wife nuts. I'd drive myself nuts if I wasn't.
And you're not going to be 65 in
No,
7 years. You're
No,
still
not
going to
at
be
all.
really young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Herman, tomorrow night you're on those guys at 5, right?
Yeah.
At 5. So
you
I'm
guys-
hoping I can
Move
come
in the
on for a
day.
little bit, but I work at 5 o'clock my time.
Oh,
So I'm
I
going to
thought
try to come on in the beginning.
I thought
5
you guys.
o'clock your time is what time?
3 o'clock here.
3 o'clock.
I thought you guys only went on Sundays. I didn't know you went on Wednesdays also.
Yeah, this is going to be what, the 7th episode?
Yeah.
Oh, just goes to
Oh,
show
okay.
you. Just goes to show you how out of touch I am. I'm gonna have to try to catch it. I couldn't catch it on Sunday.
And
We actually
you go
fly
on,
by.
and you go on Phantom 101 on Wednesdays and Novice Quads on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Wait, actually,
Right.
I do vaguely remember that. Okay, yeah, I remember you switched channels.
Vaguely.
Vaguely. Well, I'm very vague to begin with. So
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
You haven't lived till you've been on with those guys.
oh, I haven't been on with him yet, but I've been on with
Yeah.
Novice Quads a couple times with his transmitter and receiver. That's been quite an experience.
So those
I
guys
think he should just
tomorrow.
put it all in a bag and
Yeah.
wrap it up and throw it in the water.
I'm surprised he hasn't taken that 35-pound mallet out yet, or maybe he has for all
get
we know.
something new.
Yeah, that thing is just driving him nuts. We all feel bad. I mean, we wish we can get that thing working for him because it's just giving, as I'm sure it's giving him a bad taste for all this FPV crap. I'm fortunate. My first build, it turned on just fine. Then I burnt the camera, but that was an easy fix. I was very fortunate. Nobody can figure this thing out, at least not yet.
Well, you know what I find interesting about that is Lawrence has been known for being very calm, reserved, and patient.
Mhm.
You know, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Not when it comes to this thing. I think his patience is run thin on this one.
You know what? My patience is run thin on it. I just looked at it and I was just like, if I was to get into it, I'm buying it built. I don't know. So he says to me, but you got to learn how to work on it. I was like, okay, if I go out and buy one that I got to build, how am I going to learn how to build it?
Watch video.
Okay, well, I'll backtrack from the one that I buy built.
There you go. Reverse engineer it. Reverse engineer. There you go.
I'd rather take out the camera if something goes wrong with that.
You're
I'll just
so
take it
welcome.
out.
There you go.
Yeah, because already Centroid's losing his hair from building drones. And I think, Herman,
No,
you
I'm not
already
losing
lost yours.
I'm not
So it
losing
doesn't
my
matter.
hair. I'm not losing
You know
my
what
hair.
happened?
I'm losing my pocketbook.
Losing here, I might lose the shine.
Well, Herman, Lawrence said that you used to break dance and stuff, all that kind of stuff.
Well, no, that was Lawrence that used to do the breakdancing.
Oh, Lawrence did. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, who's the one that brings the cardboard around with him when he dances? Is that Lawrence?
That's Novice Squads.
Oh, okay.
If you see him with cardboard, just move out of the way. Give him plenty of room.
I just want to make sure whoever brings a pole that I run very quickly.
That would be Paul.
Oh Lord.
well, it's hard to lug that telephone pole around, I'll tell you.
Oh God. Oh God.
They have these videos, right? People get these poles for their bedroom.
Wait a minute, I'm a teacher. Do I stay in this conversation?
Yeah, you could be. It was on Facebook.
Okay.
And they have them in their bedroom. And I was watching this video somebody posted on Facebook. And the girl, she gets on the pole and she's going around and around. And then I guess it must have dislodged from the ceiling.
Oh, Lord. There you go.
And she goes crashing into the corner of the room. Oh. That was funny.
Ripped it out of the ceiling. Yep.
So did you guys used to climb rope when you were in high school and junior high?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No. They ended that.
I couldn't get off the ground.
They end that after my freshman year of high school.
Wow.
But they put
even the pegboard.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the pegboard.
Oh, really?
The rope. Yep.
Yeah, they didn't have that anymore. I didn't see it in the gym anymore after my freshman year.
Thank you, Micah McReynolds, for coming in. I so appreciate it. Yeah, because all I could think of was I couldn't climb those things. I don't know how they put their feet together and it helped propel them up. So I got to assume that some greasy pole would be the same way. You go, jump on it, bam. I would not like that, not at all.
On what kind of pole?
A greasy pole, apparently.
Well, yeah, wouldn't it be from everybody exercising? Because I understand they do it for exercise now. They dance for exercise.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
it is.
That's what they say, Val. You probably got a brochure, but don't believe what the brochure says.
See, I always thought it was for money, not for exercise.
No, no. Evidently, if you can stay on that pole and do your feet all over the place, it's great exercise.
You make
probably good for you.
Yeah.
No, it's exercise.
Yeah, right.
It's probably good for your core.
Yeah,
and your glutes, but
that's how you justify it, Val. It's for exercise. It isn't the fact that I make $1,000 a night. It's for exercise.
There you go.
No, because I'd have a pole if you're making $1,000.
What? Val's got a pole? Oh, she's telling us about it.
No, I said I'd have one if it's $1,000. Why somebody would want to watch me just bam to the ground? I don't know.
Hey, now you answer the question. What greasy?
I once was stage dancer. The Beck said, "See." Jenna Palace Mine said that she once was a stage dancer. Best exercise ever.
No.
Well, what I will say is that in that world, there's something for everybody, and You never know what the next guy likes.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God.
Now, Val, I'm going to accuse you of clickbait and false advertising. This live stream is advertised as Tuesday You Talk and 107 license. Why should we? Yet we're talking about dancing poles.
Pole dancing.
No, I'm going to tell you, for the first hour that you weren't here, we talked about YouTube, Patreon, how you make money, why you have to go and spend more money to get a 107, and why that's necessary. And I sent you a link, but no, you come in and start talking about polls.
I didn't bring up the polls.
Yeah, you did.
See how she twists it around, Mark?
I know.
You cannot win.
Actually, I think I did bring up the poll. I'm sorry. I said if somebody showed up with a poll, I'd run. So I did bring that up. Yes, thank you for correcting me.
But Val was the one that elaborated with the greasy pole and
No, I mean, I'm just saying that.
Why has it got to be greasy? That's
that's it. Why does it have to be greasy?
Because you have to slide around a lot.
I don't know. I
but if it's greasy, how do you hold on?
I have no knowledge
of the problem.
Whether the pole's going to be greasy or not.
That's the conundrum.
Val, I didn't realize that you knew that those girls greased themselves up when they were on that pole. I didn't realize that.
We aren't talking about the ones that do it without. Oh my God.
Love My Drones is absolutely correct. I did recently buy a 30-foot extension pole.
Yes, he did.
But I don't. It's too narrow for my fat.
And it's not greasy, right?
Butt to be dancing on. It'll bend in a heartbeat.
And it's not greasy.
It's not greasy, and it's for getting drones.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, don't worry. I'll be cutting all that out.
Thanks, Love My Drones. I appreciate that, man.
Herman's just sitting there shaking his head, going, "What the hell?"
Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Also, so far, you're knee deep and slowly sinking in.
Yes, Kim is so right.
Well, yes. Well, because I was just thinking, I watch that Britain's Got Talent every once in a while because it comes on YouTube when I'm doing other stuff. And people grab stuff and they're upside down and all kinds of stuff. And then with those curtains.
I've never seen that on YouTube. Where are you going?
Britain's Got Talent. It's a talent show.
They do pole dancing on Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent. America's Got Talent. They do that, and then they have those long drapes that come out of the sky, and they wrap all up in those and fling down. Yeah, they do all that.
That sounds like the Bondage Channel to me.
What?
We used to go to a place on the weekend.
Herman.
I Love My Drones. I'd say hip waders at this point.
I'm so afraid to hear what Herman's going to say about the weekend.
Well, no, you mentioned the pole. I'm just saying we used to go to this place on the weekend.
Yeah, and they used to tie them.
Yeah, like Circus du Soleil. That's it. Circus du Soleil. Exactly. They have those curtains. They fling up. They come down. They grab everything. Go from one thing to another.
I've heard about those kinds of things in.
So guys, who's going to be flying their drones next?
Yeah, exactly. Behind the
curtain. I was out today.
Huh?
I was out flying today.
You were? Where did you fly today, Herman?
Oh well, I was saying before I was at this ship they have out in Red Hook. It looks like an old decommissioned ship. Is really rusting and stuff like that out there. And it's sitting in the water. I think they're taking it apart or whatever. I don't know. But there's nothing happening to it. It's just sitting there behind this old grain building that hasn't been used in years. So I just went up and got some shots of that.
How you doing, baby boy?
I'm actually going to be flying on Thursday, and get this, it won't even be FPV. I have some of my students who are involved in the club that we're just starting, and we've got permission from the school. We're having construction done, remodeling done, and we're going to be doing I'm going to do it over the summer, but when we get back to school, they're going to be doing weekly and monthly videos of the progress of the construction and sending that video to the Board of Education so they can see what's going on.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
trying to get them involved any way I can. So
Very
at least
good.
we're going to get started by the end. So yeah, we're going to, I'll be doing, weather permitting, of course. It keeps raining here, for crying out loud.
But aren't you in New York? Herman was flying today, so it can't be raining.
I'm about 5
You
hours from
Be
Herman.
surprised how far away he
Yeah.
is.
New York is a big state, relatively big compared to a
Well,
lot of other
when
states.
you're from Boise, Idaho, you just don't get it, you know. It's like,
No,
Yeah.
because in Boise, Idaho, I could go 2 hours down south and then start driving. It's only 10 hours to get up to Canada.
Yeah.
But it's, British Columbia.
Yeah, I'm actually I'd say about an hour and a half from the Canadian border.
Hmm.
And about
That
6
is not
hours from
far.
everything in Canada.
Yes. Yeah. Well, actually, if I hopefully I'll be able to get to Rogers in the next month or so, and that should take me about 4 hours actually to get to Rogers. 4.5.
So, and your
That'd be
wife's
nightmare for
coming
me.
with you, right?
No, I don't think she will be this time.
Oh,
So
darn it.
That would be a nightmare of a trip for me.
Why?
To go, I'm like 5 hours away from Centroid. Imagine going all the way up to see Roger.
oh yeah, that's a hell of a ride. That's a hell of a ride.
Well, tell your wife to go with you. That way I can leave my sisters. I can fly into New York. And you could get me, and then we can go to Canada. You can drop me off.
You talking to me?
Hmm.
You talking? I could do that.
yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
Centroid's not in New York.
Well, yes, I am.
Herman's yeah, but you're in New York State.
Yeah, but
Herman,
she
well,
could
where's
fly.
is there an airport close to you?
Yeah, I have Syracuse International Airport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul.
I
And
thought you were
Herman can
about
fly
flying
into
to
Syracuse, and then we could all go up.
There you go.
And if we take those, what are those LiPo batteries? We can sell them in Canada. I hear it's a big market up there.
Oh, I
for
am
it.
going to be the lipo battery mule. I can promise you that. I am going to stock up on lipo batteries, and I'm going to put them in every crevice of my truck.
Yeah, thanks for the truck.
Yeah,
Because I think that because if they explode, that'd be bad.
yeah.
Because Herman and I, when they catch you, because of the explosion, right? I don't know why I did it like it was your stomach, but when an explosion happens, then Herman and I are just going to act like we didn't see or know anything. We're just going to walk across the border.
Love My Drone says, what makes you think he wants to bring his wife along, Val?
Because she is cool.
She's
She's
all
a
right.
really great wife.
Yeah, she's all right. I'll keep her.
Yeah,
Now, the question is will she keep me?
that is the question. But a romantic trip with me and Herman's gal, and you and your wife, and I can just be like
Herman says no.
filming everything, filming on my Osmo Pocket.
Filming
what's
what?
going on.
Filming what?
The pole
The trip.
the pole dancing.
The trip.
It's cheaper to keep her. Yes, back from the sky. That is true.
Val, Herman's not in for that.
Yeah. Herman
They
likes
were
a good
thinking
trip.
that no.
No problem, Love My Drone.
Herman, you're saying no?
5 hours. I don't know who's listening to this, but 5 hours with her and drones, that's not going to work.
Yeah. Not to mention once
Not going to work.
not to mention once you get there, it's all going to be drones. Well, if I have anything to say about it.
Well, it's just we're drone flying. Hey, was flying.
Not-
We're just flying
It's not
drones.
going to work. This is what you brought me up here for? No, it's not.
Yeah.
Because you have to come with us, Herman.
No, he's talking about when his wife says, "This is what you brought me up here for."
Oh.
in the
Does she
countryside.
like to
to drive
drink?
your own-
I could bring some alcohol.
You know what, Val? Let me tell you what happened one time.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Go ahead.
She wanted to go to the movies. I didn't care. So I don't know who's listening, but I decided I'm gonna take her to the movies. So I went to the local theater, right downtown. I had to hear in the car, the next time I get dressed to go to Manhattan, you take me to a Manhattan movie theater. I'm like, wow, what's the difference? But
It wasn't Manhattan. It wasn't Manhattan.
she needed to get dressed up to go into the city to go to the movies. I'm like, okay.
Yes, Back from the Sky. I believe my mother did that once, taking a train from the States to Canada.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
I love trains.
That'd be fun. Then I could have my drone outside my breeze. I bet it could keep up with the train.
You won't be flying that when you get to where you're going.
No, I think that if you let her know that it's kind of palatial where Roger and Kim live, there's some very important people there, and she could dress up and she will meet the drone hub, Canadian drone hub. That'd be pretty exciting.
The one and only Quad Father.
Let me see if I can explain this. There's a what is a drone expo coming up in Atlantic City.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
And I don't know, I must have misread the message that Lawrence sent me, or he sent me a message that was too complicated with a whole lot of other information in it. But I thought he said he was bringing his wife. So I made the mistake in saying, would you like to come with me to Atlantic City? She looked at me, she goes, okay. Well, I said, well, there's a drone expo out there. She goes, oh, really? So she didn't say nothing. So I spoke to Lawrence again. Lawrence was like, no, I didn't say that. I'm like, I thought that's what you said in your message. So he says, no, my wife's giving me the permission to go for the weekend. I'm like, oh, man, I already invited.
Oh, my God.
I went back and I said to her, I was like I said, I don't know who's listening to this live stream, but I said to her, I was like, listen, none of the guys are bringing their wives. She goes, I didn't really want to go anyway. Maybe we should do something not drone related. So I don't invite her to anything drone related anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but what I want to know, Herman, was the next thing out of her mouth was, you owe me big time now, bucko.
Well, that was unsaid, but
yeah, Paul, we don't have to say it. We just look like, And how's that working for you, Herman?
What? Her not going?
No, that's what she's probably thinking. How's that working for you, Herman? Disinviting me to Atlantic City.
Well, I had to tell her that nobody else is bringing their wife. I didn't want to feel like Ralph on the Honeymooners.
Oh, Lord.
But that'd be fun. I think I will check out maybe train stuff because I got to get up there. And right now I'm trying to figure out financially how I do it. And I think it'd be cheaper for me to go to Maryland, to fly into New York, go with Centroid and his family up to Canada.
Or you could just fly right into Canada.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive. Michael Green. Oh, do you, Michael Green? Oh, man, that's so cool of you to come in and tell us that. Why didn't you just tell us more about that? Oh, you can't because you've been put in timeout? Sorry, maybe next time.
Somebody was getting political.
Yep. Now he gone.
The question that I have is, when you go to the drone expos, you might get an opportunity to actually maybe see some FAA people there, or get some insight on what's going on with with drones and everything. That'd be cool.
Well, from what I've heard so far, I think they pushed back that whole thing about giving us lands for hobbyists.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pushed back, or they're not going to do it. I got to finish reading the article on it.
Well, you're staying in a suite, right? Isn't that what Lawrence said? He had a suite up there.
Well, we got a room. I don't know how big it is, but I haven't seen it.
And you're going for
on the internet.
3 days?
Yeah, I'm going to stay till probably Saturday. Try to get some flying in down there.
Well, and I think
Oh,
just
It's
just for information, you're gonna be
I know
right
nothing
there,
about
right there at
parachuting.
the seat of information. That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna pick everybody's brain.
Yeah. So when is this?
I forgot the date. It was so long ago. I'm gonna check it. It's probably
Who is Carlos?
who?
He keeps saying LOL, Carlos. Who's Carlos? Okay. Oh, is it Was Blind? Is he Carlos?
Mm.
I don't
Who's
know
Carlos?
either. I do not. Never realized there's so many rocket scientists and brain surgeons out there in parachute experts back from the sky. You having a rough night tonight? Uh-oh.
Was here for the longest time now. Oh, I guess I gotta go and check another spot for it. Yeah, I think it's the 27th.
Oh, the 27th of June?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know it starts on the Thursday.
Hey, Mark, I'm surprised you don't go to that.
What is that now?
Yeah, why aren't you going to the expo?
Some big drone expo in New York.
New York City?
Yeah,
No, it's in Atlantic City.
Atlantic
Is it
City.
Atlantic City? Okay, because it's pretty far.
Yeah, but Atlantic City's pretty close to New York City, isn't it? It's just on the coast.
Yeah, I'm still like 5 hours from New York City.
And then it's another,
okay.
almost 2 hours from here?
You got to remember, I am in. Yeah, definitely. It's probably a 7-hour ride for me easily. I am in literally central New York. So.
Didn't they have one
Oh, I'm
upstate?
back from the sky.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
we had a
Hi,
very
Carlos.
small drone expo in February, I think. Very small one at the fairgrounds. I don't know if they'll do it again. It was pretty expensive, and they had some races and stuff. It was kind of cool.
Well, I'm curious to see what this is going to be in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be something a little bit more significant than what I saw. So, Atlantic City, they're probably going to have some pretty crazy stuff.
They're sure in Atlantic City that they'll have entertainment involving poles too. So
Okay,
Do
see,
not go to those.
you
Do
had
not
to-
go to those.
You had to bring that up again, didn't you?
Because I will send your wives down there.
What happened?
she says Val is forbidding you and Lawrence from going to any place that has a pole, or she's going to tell your wives to go there.
And if you all got a suite, you better
Uh-huh.
make room for your wives. Because you don't need a suite. You just need 3 single beds, all against the wall. Go to sleep, wake up, go to the drone expo, eat a hamburger. That's
That's how
how
you do it?
husbands are supposed to do it.
Oh, really?
Well, the mere fact that me and Lawrence are sharing a room that's going to have 2 beds in it tells you that we're not going down there for any problems, or he would have a room and I would have a room.
Hey.
Atlantic City, I'm just saying, it can get sketchy.
Yeah.
I know this because
It
I used
could.
to live in Maryland, and Atlantic City
Now,
can
you
get
know,
sketchy.
I can tell
Yeah,
you a funny
barrack
story
style.
about that.
That's good style. Huh?
I can tell you a funny story about that.
Okay.
We went out to Vegas because she wanted to go to Vegas for this fight that was taking place out there. So we go out there, and whenever there's something big going on in Vegas, you know, the friends of the people who hang out on those poles, They seem to come out and hang out in like the bars and the casinos and stuff like that, and then outside, even on the street. But so we were in the casino, and she said to me when we got back to the hotel, she goes, you've come out here by yourself. You've never you never talked to any of those girls that are out here. I'm like, not me. Not me. I can't afford things like that. I would never do that.
Yes, Ed, we are.
So she says to me, if you never did it, how you know you can't afford it? And I said to her, it's like, if you look in the casinos, you see those women over there talking to those guys on those tables. I can't afford to play those tables.
Well, the one thing I noticed in Las Vegas when I was down there, and Mo was down there just having fun, and Kevin, my roommate, went down with us, and I swear they had women dressed up like peacocks with the big feathers, and I won't mention, but they didn't have a lot on, and I swear my roommate was just walking down the street like this. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Mesmerized.
He was mesmerized. There was lots of stuff there. And Elvis Presley.
Yeah, and a lot of them. The funniest thing that I ever saw down there, though, was those people who stand out like on the street and hand out like those cards and stuff like that when you're passing by. They're like rows and rows of them just handing out cards. And then at night, it's rows and rows of homeless people.
Yes. It just doesn't, it's hard. Your visit down there. Right, Ed? We had fun. We did have fun. But I worried about the girls, but it was very hot. So it wasn't like they were going to catch a chill.
Well, that's how why the poles were greasy then, because it was very hot.
Oh. It's because
I failed to see the connection on that one, Paul.
Well, heat, metal and heat gets hot, and then when you touch it, it's greasy.
The perspiration.
I know you were, Ed. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. We saw lots of crazy stuff down there too.
Did you go to any shows, Val?
No, I couldn't afford the shows. I just watched the show that was on the street. Lots of shows on the street.
There's so much to do down there other than gamble.
There is.
You know what? I went to this shooting range out there, and I had fun. But then now I noticed they have this whole military thing that you can go and do with your friends.
Yep.
Yeah, like as if you were out like military games.
See, you should take Lawrence there.
What, to Atlantic City? To Vegas?
Yeah. That would be funny.
He get his own room. We go to Vegas.
I thought Kevin wasn't going to make it. LOL. I didn't think he was either, Ed, because Kevin started talking about the girls, and he goes, "Well, we waved to him," and he told him he says we waved to them, and I said, "What the hell is that? This is waving. This is waving. What is this?" He goes, "Well, that's how I wave." Never before. I've never seen that.
Wax on, wax off.
That was what that was, but I don't know what he was doing. Yeah, he was just, he was very happy. And then two officers, well, they were women dressed up in like they were police. Yeah, he got a picture with them.
Before or after?
Well, let's just say I called my kids and said, "Oh, Kevin's been arrested." So like, what? And I sent him the picture. Oh my God. My kids are just like, and of course my sons were dying laughing, but my daughter was like, "What the hell?" Haha. And I found myself speaking to the screen, telling Val to slow down when she passed some girls. LOL. Yeah. Kim was like, "Hey, could you just slow down and go back?" There were lots of ladies out there. Lots of ladies. Yeah. And there's Momo and me dressed in shorts, sweating profusely, like, what the hell is so hot? He
Yeah,
hangs out with
it's
Jimmy
hot.
Hoffa. Ooh.
Herman never noticed the girls out there.
No,
Their
Ah.
police officers are not dressed well.
never
They dress
noticed.
with very little on.
That's the stripper police.
Well,
They
oh,
have that?
yes.
Yep.
Wow,
Robert's so sweet.
I didn't know.
Yes. They are trying to get Paul back down. So, because he was in trouble with it. Well, let me educate you on that motion, Val's Life. Unless you play for the other team, you wouldn't understand that motion. Ed, Pennsylvania, that have a place called what? Where was I? Oh, called Skirmish. It's paintball with different places that you can shoot each other. What? That's part of Wax On, Wax Off, Val. Yeah. Yeah, it was just odd. I just think he got overwhelmed with everything. And then you know what they had down there? You know emojis? You know the emojis? They had one that was like poop.
What?
Yeah. It was brown and it did a circular
seen
thing
that.
and had little eyeballs in Las
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing. Okay, I can say, oh, cute, whatever. But no, how are you going to eat that? You can't eat that. It looks like poop. Why would you eat
That's what
that?
it's supposed to be.
No. Yeah,
It-
see, Lynn knows. She put it in chat. That's exactly what that donut looked like. And it was 111 in the shade. I don't know what you'd get back to the hotel with. It'd be nasty.
I'm lost here. There was a donut that looked like poop, you said?
It was like the emoji. They made it look like the emoji, the poop emoji.
Oh.
It was something. It was something. I thought she was talking about. There was really poop in Las Vegas that looked like the emoji, and I'm going,
No, it's a donut. Now who's going to eat that? Centroid left.
Well, see, once again, Val, they in those things they have people who like all kinds of different things,
Yes.
and they actually have people who are into that.
exactly. In Vegas, anything goes out of either end. You know,
You know what's funny about that? Most people think that those things are legal out there, and they're not.
you gotta pay extra for those.
For what?
That's called a premium show. You know,
I know. What? Mark left. Hey, Mike Bainey, how you doing?
They did have this topless magic show down there.
They do?
Centroid's back
They
again.
did when I went years ago.
I
Sorry,
think
guys.
that's where Paul used to perform.
What, the magic show?
Yeah, the topless he was topless at the magic show. I'm saying that in relation to Herman's comment of the War Games in Las Vegas. Oh, especially down on Fremont Street. So this gal stops me. I'm walking down. Now, I used to work for the court, so I know what some of the laws are here because I kind of had to. And I'm walking down the street. And she goes, CBD, buy the CBD oil. And she goes, it's legal everywhere. But in our state, no. I told her, yeah, not in my state. My state does not legalize anything like that. I'm in Idaho.
Did you have your police uniform on then, or was that after the show?
No, let me just say that there's no way that even in my head that would not look good. You made Mark go again, Paul. Paul, Centroid, come back. I'll make him stop. Right? Was blind. Some things just aren't allowed in our states. And some of that stuff I saw in Las Vegas, I don't think would be allowed. Hey, Centroid.
Hey,
Like
how you
what?
doing? I'm just messing around with something here, so I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Val
Yeah.
thought it was something that she did.
hmm
What
No.
was it that you said you saw, Valva?
Well, what?
You said
I-
you saw something that wasn't legal in your state.
A lot of stuff down there isn't legal. I don't think you can walk around the streets in some of the costumes they're in. I don't
Oh.
think you're allowed to here. I don't know. Maybe you are.
Well,
I mean, I
you
could
know-
put one on and head on down there and see.
well, you know what was funny to me about the place was like it's the only place where you can actually drink and smoke for 24 hours a day.
Oh my God.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere. You know, we were trying to keep the cost down. So we were going down and eating at In-N-Out Burger. We were just eating different places to try to, hold everything down a little bit. But in the hotels, it was extremely expensive down there.
What you do, right, is you go into the buffet and you eat and you sit there and talk for a couple of hours.
And then eat more.
And then you eat some more.
Right? Well,
I've
they
never
kept.
seen them throw anyone out.
No, I haven't either. And they had this time where you could go in and just pay one price and have all the drinks you wanted, but they were all those mixed daiquiri type things that they would. Oh, if you go to jail, it's illegal. That's what I was thinking. That's the one way you always know. But the police around here, they don't like being told they're wrong. How do I know that? Because I told them I was pretty sure they're wrong about something. Paul, what are you trying to share? Paul? Paul. He's sharing his screen. Paul,
I
would
was just playing.
In and out. The In-N-Out Burger, let me just say something. I thought it was okay because we were trying to do keto. We've been on keto now for about 4 months because I can't have a roommate in my home that won't eat like I'm eating because I can't have candy and stuff in here. I'd eat it. But Kevin's lost 30 pounds in 3 months.
That's
He's
great.
done really good on keto. But yeah, I thought it was okay. We were looking for any and all places we could eat without going, just having too much. But then we went to that, what's that called? Excalibur?
Okay.
Yep.
That was the cheapest place to stay. But they don't even have a microwave. Why is that? I miss In-N-Out so much. Yeah.
Well, you stayed on the strip.
Yeah.
Well,
Where do you
that's
stay?
Expenses go up.
That was, I got the room for $19 a night.
Oh, wow.
And then they charged me the $36 a night for the resort fee.
Yeah.
Then they charged me $16 a day for parking. And what else did they charge me for?
You drove down there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's about a 9-hour drive, a little over 9.
See, I thought once to rent a car when I went out there, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a waste. I don't need it.
Nope, not unless you're going someplace special.
Right, because the bus down there takes you everywhere on the strip and everywhere you need to go, and there's always something. Then if it gets late, I'll just jump in a cab.
My thing with being down there is I just wanted to be somewhere I thought where they would be a little safer. And I don't know any places down there. So I thought, okay, we'll stay there because I know they have security and all that kind of stuff. And that's probably a place we'll stay. Choo-choo. Night Train, are you here?
Excalibur?
Top chat again, damn it. Huh?
You said the Excalibur?
It's the cheapest that I could find.
I stayed at the Luxor.
Oh, did you?
Twice. I stayed at the Hilton twice. And at the Rio once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times.
Were you at the Hilton when they had the Star Trek thing?
No.
Oh my God, that was fun. They had Klingons and everything. It was fun. Hey, Night Train.
Hey, what's up, Night Train?
We went down there one time with and that's when
Oh, excuse me.
7 and 9 the kids went down there, and there was he wanted to go to Star Trek. He loves Star Trek, so we went on down there, and we had a whole Star Trek stuff exhibit. People dressed up like it. You got to get on a ship, all that kind of stuff. Well, it wasn't really. It was just one of those things that bounced around, but we did that. It was fun. The trick to losing weight is not losing the weight, it's keeping it off. Yeah, well, that's always the trick, isn't it? When I drove into Manhattan years ago, parked the van, and it never moved again till I left. However, upon leaving, I managed to cut off a taxi. I'm quite proud of that.
How long were you there? And how'd you do that?
Oh my God. Yeah, we drove down. We parked the same thing, Ed. We parked at the hotel. We never moved the vehicle. It just stayed. We didn't need it because they have that whole metro line thing that goes all the way down and back. They had a lot of things we just used. So,
Manhattan.
Yeah. Parked the van and it never moved until we left. Huh.
Tell them to park in Manhattan now and try that.
Right? Right. They charged the $19 a night for the room because she was a stand-in just in case someone didn't make it. Could you imagine? No, at my hotel they had the down under dancers. They were guys. And I was walking and they all came out.
But this is getting a bit much for me.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't go to the show. I just went and ate some Italian. And then they came out of this door and I was like, what the heck? Whoa. I just ran into the restaurant. I'm just going to eat my food. It's probably why I'm fat. I'm not sure.
But when you went down there, Val, when you checked in, they didn't give you this big book with all these coupons for the different buffets and discount cards for places?
No, they see us coming. They're like, yeah, they're going to eat a lot. Let's not discount them at all.
I got that when I was at the Luxor and at the Hilton and the Rio, actually. Yeah.
Really?
All three spots.
How much was it for your room at the Luxor?
Ooh. That was like $5 something for the weekend I paid.
For a weekend or a week?
Yeah, for the weekend.
Oh, wow.
It's not too bad.
No, but it's a little more. That may be why you got coupons.
Now, when I went down I'll tell you what happened. I actually won $3,000 on one of those slot machines.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're very funny down there when you win money. You make all kinds of friends.
Yep.
Because the guy introduced himself as the pit boss.
Oh.
Counted the money out for me, and he wanted to know if I was staying in the hotel. And
yeah, they want their money back.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think last time I was down, I made like $1,000 off slot machines. Oh, you did? You got to stay in a tower for $15. Wow. Yeah, I was on a slot machine, the Wheel of Fortune. $1,000.
Okay. So you did good.
Yeah, I did good. I came back with like 100 of it because then we started eating a little nicer.
Well, I brought back my whole $3,000.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good.
No, because I went down there with a budget. This is what I'm spending. and I wasn't gonna really do any gambling. And when I won it, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm stopping.
Centroid is something's wrong with this camera.
I'm
What are
playing
you
around
doing?
with stuff there. Just messing around with some stuff here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I actually
Mhm.
I ended up being able to pay for the whole trip.
Okay.
So I came back with not having spent anything from my bank or anything. It just I won right away and I used that for the whole trip. So it was nice. Imagine not only do you have yellow cabs, now they have Uber and Lyft on top of it. Average speed for a bus in Manhattan is 3.5 miles per hour. Oh,
What happened?
he's saying in Manhattan, a bus travels 3.5 miles per hour. I can walk that. Same amount of time.
That
So.
has nothing to do with
But-
Uber and Lyft.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that is so funny. Oh, you guys, it's already 7:15. I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention. So
no, it's actually 9:18.
is it? Oh, hey guys, I just want to tell you how happy I am. I know there were a lot of channels on tonight. You know, we had Pusa and his Magic Wheel, or no, it's Tech Tuesday. We had Cab 7 and his sing along, which is I watched all these on the rerun. We had Bill, the drone reviewer, was on. We had all these guys on tonight, and you came here. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for doing that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I know there was so many really, really good choices. So I'm hoping we're going to see you on Sunday. I have someone I'm interviewing, which I'm pretty happy with. And he is, I'll give you a hint because you probably know who he is. He is up in Alaska and he does some beautiful drone flights in Alaska, just gorgeous. So make sure you come back on Sunday if you'd like to. Lynn, thank you so much. I'm not sure you can call it living ed. Some people just Val had me once. She learned her lesson. Yeah, I did an interview with that. It was really good. I love it. So, guys, thank you so much. Panel, if you stay on for just a minute. So, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Borrow Boy, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Hey, if you're going out and you haven't done it yet, hit that like if you would for me. Make sure it's the one with the thumbs up, not the other one. But if you didn't like it, go do what you do. It's okay. Hey, Furball, Roger, love my drones, Inner Palace, mine, Borrow Boys, back from the sky, Lynn, Ann, and everybody else. You have a beautiful, beautiful night.
Have a good night.